Oh, goblins. What's up, baby? All right. We live. We live. Who's all in here? Nobody? Let's see. I think we're rolling. Hit that like. Welcome to the stream. We're going to go ahead and get started. There's a lot to cover. So, welcome to the stream, guys. Hit that like button on your way in. Subscribe to the channel if you're savage. I'm going to quickly talk about the markets. We're going to do technical analysis on like SPY, which is the S&P 500, and then I'm going to take a look at some of your favorite stocks. So, throw in the comments here what you guys want me to look at here, okay? Throw it in the live chat. I'll take a look for you. Keep it easy though, right? Keep it like elaborate on the stock you want me to look at. Don't just put the ticker symbol in. You know, are you looking to trade it short term? Are you looking to trade it long term? What are some key levels you're watching? What's your take profits? What's your stop losses? Share with me why you're trading these stocks. Elaborate, and then I will take a look at them for you. But right now, I just have the S&P pulled up. I'm playing with different chart settings. I kind of like the white background. I'm digging it. Right now, you're starting to see SPY start to recover here a little bit, but I still think there's more red ahead, and there's a couple reasons why. I'm not satisfied until we break this prior high here, okay? The market needs to still come up there to rebalance. It needs to grab that area, okay? So I'm waiting for the market to come back up here in this region. Let's call it 378 for now, okay? 378. That's a key level that I'm watching right now on the S&P 500. Until we break that, I'm still bearish on my sentiment. Now, short term, we are forming these higher lows, which I'm chilling with. But I still want to see if we can break that high. If we can break that high, we're in a different ball game. But until then, keeping it easy, okay? Yeah, and as I look in a little bit closer here, we are up against this resistance. However, when I pull up the futures, we actually broke above that resistance here. As you can see, right? We're starting to break above that resistance denoted right here. So we're cracking up above. It's looking bullish very short term. We could open up green tomorrow. We'll see. We have a big earnings week ahead. It's going to be pretty crazy. But as of now, as I look at the SPY, right, I'd expect this to, again, since the future's already looking up, I expect us to clear at least this current high that we're sitting at, this area here. And then the next move is going to be to the region above it that we really need to break above. Okay. So that's kind of your market analysis, I suppose, for the S&P. Let's get this fixed here. Excuse me. The new backdrop is icy. Oh, yeah. Thanks, man. You haven't seen my backdrop? Man, you haven't been watching the shorts, man, have you? You haven't been watching the TikToks or the Instagram. Killing me, Alan. What's up, gang? Looking to get in the snap early Monday after the big hit on Friday for a scalp. What do you think? You're going to get in the snap? Early Monday. Okay, we'll take a look. Yeah, so, you know, Snap is trading low. It's trading at almost all-time lows. All-time lows on Snap is actually going to be down here. See if we can hit it here. At about $5. Take a look. All-time lows on Snap is actually 482. So right now we're trading near all-time lows. It's very oversold. So me personally, I would expect at least some sympathy in the near future. If you're looking for a quick scalp, you don't really scalp if you have a longer time horizon, right? So I would probably look more for a swing on this one, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, you know, we're expecting sympathy out of this. It's extremely oversold. Right now, let's see how it's trading now. Yeah, I mean, right now, you know, you're kind of floating in the middle here. I need to really see what it does. You know, pre-market would help. I need a little more data. Obviously, for now, I'll just keep it simple and watch this prior low at 733. Right? And then your prior day high at 815. Just kind of watch this range that you're trading in right now. Be careful with that. It is sympathetic looking, but there's no reason why this can't trade sideways for a couple more days or weeks. I've seen it done plenty of times, right? If we even look back historically. Look at this. Last time Snap had a big sell-off, right here. Let me make these a little more visual, guys. white chart I'm still getting used to. So look at the last time we gapped down on Snap right here, and look what it did. It pretty much traded sideways for a long time. I mean, how long is that? It traded sideways for about 3 months. Okay, so I don't see why we can't do the same, right? Big gap down here. There's no reason why we can't trade sideways for another 3 months. So don't be too optimistic. Just be realistic with this. It's oversold. I don't see a reason for this to flip unless, again, we see some volume come in, which you'll probably have. And we need some sympathy, and we need some market push as well. Okay, but just take it one day at a time with this. It's selling off right now. It's basing, I guess, or I don't know the right term. It's just kind of chilling off this big sell-off here. Okay, so we need to see some things first. I take it one day at a time. SoFi, love it in my long term. that's your comment. Okay. So long term, yeah, SoFi is oversold, right? It's trading at all-time lows. So, you know, you can't get much lower than this. You can. I don't want to use the word can't in the stock market in the same sentence, but it's so oversold, dude. Same with a lot of stocks. So there's a lot of upside potential, but it can still go down. Very short term, you are seeing lower highs be established, so that's not a bad thing. But can we sustain that, and can we break above our prior high here, right? There's some significant structure here, so until I see a shift in the market structure, right, I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling because we're kind of consolidating down here, right? We're just consolidating. We're not really moving. We need full confirmation of that flip, and we need to start with a market structure break for that first sign of confirmation, and that's gonna start again right here at that prior high. So until we crack above that prior high, right now we're kind of just chilling. But yeah, relative to long term, it's pretty damn cheap, my dude. It's at $5. All right. SoFi's got good potential. I've studied this company. It looks good. AFL. Aflac. Okay. Earnings on Halloween. Okay. Let me just like take a look at something here. Yeah, Aflac is interesting here. So it's looking fair. Again, you're seeing these higher low symptoms across many stocks. Now, Aflac's been holding up pretty well through this downturn of a year. So it's been holding up pretty damn well, honestly. Let's see. Yeah, here's most of the year for Aflac. Let's see, January. So Aflac's only pulled back about 20%. Yeah, so for this calendar year, it's gone from a high to a low of about 23%. So it's holding up really good. Good close on Friday here, closing above that prior high. I like that. That's some good strength. A little bit of volume staircase in here. But I like that bullish engulfing. With this, I just stair step it. Your next significant high is definitely going to be right here. So that might be a good target. Is like about $63. It looks like 62.70. So watch that on your way up. And then obviously you have another prior high to that. So, you know, price is going to gravitate towards those levels, okay? So watch those on your way up. And yeah, earnings on Halloween. Do you have an IG or TikTok? Yeah, watch the YouTube shorts then, brother. Find love. Nice. Thank you. Medicalls. You see that robot in here? What the hell is that? What? I've never seen a dating robot on a YouTube video. They're getting desperate. Medicalls, they're projected to meet earnings expectations easily. I was reading and it moved heavy with recent news before Snap earnings posted. Just remember, just because we have good earnings doesn't mean it's going to go up. I really want to grind that down into you guys, right? Earnings doesn't mean like really anything. You could have good earnings and it goes down 40%. You can have bad earnings and it goes up 40%. Earnings are pretty random. Trust me. Even though common sense says you have good earnings, stock's going to shoot up. It just don't work like that all the time. Okay, so be very careful. It moved heavy with recent news before Snap. So Snap posted its earnings, October 20th, after hours, right? So Wednesday last week. Wait, I thought that was, Thursday last week. So if you take a look at Meta, yeah, it did move heavy. Moved heavy down. So you could see they're relatively correlated, probably because they're somewhat in the same market share or market space sector, I suppose. That whole social media outlet. So that makes sense. You were reading it and it moved heavy. I think they're just sympathetic. So yeah, I mean, if Meta has good earnings, that might be a good way that to look at Snap, right? So if Meta has good earnings, Snap might be, yeah, definitely a good one to watch there, and that makes sense. Now, could it gap fill even? Maybe. It's a big gap though, 28%, but you never know. Yeah, Meta right now, I mean, it's got a little bit of a challenge here. A little bit of a prior level here coming up. Watch that on your way. Okay, you can see prices respected that well in the past. So watch that. You can see it's attempting to kind of gap fill here, or at least recover that move from earnings. Yeah, this thing's been kind of wonky. Yeah, just be cognizant of that. If they're expected to have good earnings, sure. I mean, Meta's very oversold. It looks really good long term right now, right? I mean, it's down like, what, 67% from its highs? Yeah, almost 68% from its all-time highs. So Meta looks juicy. Looks really juicy long term. Okay. Doesn't mean it can't go further down, though. Just keep that in mind. But I like the stock. Zuckerberg's weird as shit. But other than that, I like the stock. All right. I'm going to open up the questions, guys. You got 60 seconds, okay? I'm going to go wait for 60 seconds, let you guys type up because the stream is delayed. Again, I'm looking to review your guys' stocks. This is completely for you guys. At the very least, just hit the like. If you can't hit the like button, how do you expect to make money in the stock market? You can't even do the easy stuff, man. That is sad. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe if you're new. Turn that notification bell. I go live every single week, and I have uploads every single day. Jump on it, baby. Ask your questions. Ask me about the stocks you're watching. Type your ticker symbols in here. Give me a little bit of sauce. Tell me like why you're looking at it. What are the key levels you're watching? Or you watch a catalyst or whatever, right? Are you looking to trade it, intraday? Are you looking to swing it? Let me know what you guys' thoughts are. Type them in the chat. I'll be right back.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Vibing. All right. So, have been holding Neo since $22. Should I hold or dollar cost average down? I can't offer financial advice, okay? Or sell it. I can't offer. Here's one thing though. I can chart it and let you know my thoughts. Let's do that. Okay, bet. So, Neo's trading so low right now. So low right now, okay? Now, me personally, I'm a Neo bull. I've done disgusting amounts of DD on this, more DD than God intended. I have DD'd the shit out of Neo. I know a lot about this company and their outlook is phenomenal. I'm very biased on this. Now, I'm always skeptic of Chinese companies, all right? Being on the New York Stock Exchange. Well, it's on the NASDAQ technically. I'm just skeptic, all right? Skeptic. So, here's the thing. You're trading so low. How much lower can you go? Well, you can actually go quite a bit lower, but you know, if you have a long-term perspective on something and you already got it cheap, it ain't gonna kill you if it gets a little bit cheaper if you still have a bullish outlook, right? That's like saying like if I bought Bitcoin right now and it's at 19,000, right? But I'm holding it for 5 years. I mean, I ain't gonna be dying if it goes as low as like 13,000, because it's like whatever, you know. I'm thinking long term. Yeah, you take hits, things move up and down. It just depends. It depends on your plan. Now, one thing I want to note that is critical is there's 2 gaps on the way down that I'm denoting on the daily for Neo. Let me see if I can extend these across. So there's 2 gaps I'm noting here on Neo here. All right, some imbalances in volume. So just note that, right? Because if we start in these regions, we're probably gonna slip through, possibly. Now, one thing you can note that is typically positively correlated with Neo is the NASDAQ. Makes sense. Or QQQ. So when I used to trade Neo in the past, I always had my Neo chart up and my QQQ chart up, and that's, you know, obviously more if you're trading. But if you're investing, it's a little bit different. Well, they can still work. Neo's extremely oversold. It's very oversold. Can it get much cheaper? Sure, but supply and demand says it's probably going to see some at least relief soon, okay? Whatever that is and however far it may take us. $22, you're up here. Well, it's definitely a big zone we need to break. So if we do start getting bullish here, it might take a pit stop around that area anyways. So it just depends on your time horizon, okay? So glad you're bringing back a clear perspective to all things equity. Still holding AMD long term. Are you bullish? Yeah, very long term. Yeah. Semis are a little unstable though right now, but I really wouldn't bet against AMD. Just the only thing with semiconductors, you have to be careful because of the whole China situation. And the regulations around them are causing a lot of volatility with semiconductors. So this sector could take a little more of a beating or a lot more volatility in shop. But very long term, it's like going back to what I was saying before, guys. When you guys really zoom out, right, even at the weekly chart, I mean, look how cheap AMD is relative to where it was at all-time highs. I mean, AMD is down nearly 67% from all-time highs right now. Can it get much cheaper? Sure, why not? But you're already near possibly a bottom. If not, you're at least in a discounted region. So if it goes further down and this isn't the bottom, I don't think this region could kill you. Now, there's some levels you could watch on the way. I definitely, think around here. If I were to just quickly denote the prior highs that we saw in the past, around 2016 and about 2000, you can see the price floated in between about 46. Let me see here, about 48 and 42 bucks. So it can get lower. There's no reason why it can't get lower, but it's all relative, right? If you're holding this long term, all right, if we can get some juicy discounted stocks in that region, I think it looks good. Now, if it gets down here, I mean, you just can't help that, but I doubt it. But you know, it can't. There's no reason. Again, I try not to like crystal ball this shit too much. I'll just be straight up with it, and I'm looking at everything relative. And AMD just looks relatively cheap. A lot of stocks are going to look relatively cheap. Yes, there's probably more downside just because of the speculation of the recession and whatnot. SPY might go as low, or S&P might go as low as 3,200. Right now it's at what, 3,800, 37.5, whatever. So there could be more downside, but how much more downside is ultimately the question. And yeah, so I think it looks fine. I do. Ford looking good for earning or not? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Okay. Okay. So Ford, is it looking good for earnings? I don't know. I don't know their financials. I haven't looked at Ford's financials in a long time. Is it looking good for earnings? Well, right now you're floating around a big support. So you're holding this support right now. You know, call it $11. If we can stay above 11, we're looking good in terms of the price action. Fundamentally, I don't know. The automotive market's getting smoked right now. And I don't know how Ford's been doing on sales and whatnot. I do know, I believe they said they're projecting at least $1 billion lower expectation on, was it revenue or something? I can't remember what it was. They announced, basically their forward guidance was projected lower last time they spoke about their financials. So I don't know. And like I said about earnings, guys, you guys got to get out of this shit with earnings. It could be great earnings and go lower. It can be good earnings and go higher. Earnings is pretty random. Obviously, like, I get it that, you know, you would think theoretically if you have good earnings, the company's going to go up. I get it, and that makes sense. But just do not default to that. Don't like buy Ford. This is not on you. This is on anybody, hypothetically. Don't just buy Ford because earnings is coming up. You think earnings are going to be good and the stock's going to push up. It just doesn't work like that, okay? I've done this for years. It doesn't work like that. I promise you. Especially if you're trading options, you're going to get your ass kicked. You're going to get your ass kicked because you're going to get IV crushed. You think with anyone getting stimulus checks in California, it would help banks like Bank of America earnings? Depends on when they got the checks, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know. This you gotta remember, dude. Stimulus money, anything with stimulus takes a long time to hit. Anything in the market around interest rates or liquidity, it takes a while to has a saturate. It takes a while to hit. Here's a perfect example. Look at the S&P. Okay, on the S&P. Right, we were printing money. Right, we printed money. Shit, I don't even remember now. When did the last stimulus check end? You guys remember? Was it like the fall of last year? Okay, so we printed all this money during then, and we didn't see the effects of that money until like months later. And that's why we have all this volatility and markets all fucked up because inflation's out of control, and there's many other reasons. Basically, COVID. Even look at COVID. Right, all the effects of this, plus printing money in between here, we are just this is the result right here, and we're still not through the result of all of this back here, right? So it takes time for things to hit. I wouldn't speculate too much off that, unless they printed stimulus checks many months ago. That's just my opinion. I don't know. And even then, is there a correlation between added liquidity and banks' equity values, like underlying? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't follow banks that close, so I couldn't tell you, man. I would look at history, right? That's your best bet. So what I would do is go on Google and look at when's the last time we printed stimulus checks, and then see how Bank of America responded. And look at the previous data points. That's probably your best bet. 9th of October. Okay. Yeah, how many likes do we have? All right, guys. 2 people are lazy. 9 viewers, 11 likes. 2 of you are lazy. Listen, if you can't hit the like button on a YouTube video, like I said, how you expect it to buy and sell button? Because you won't. You can't even do the easy shit. Smash the like. Thank you, Jess. Jow. Get on him, Jow. Tell him. All right, guys, I got to end the stream soon. Do you have any more questions? Please let me know. If not, I will be hopping over to my private live stream with my private Discord channel. If you're interested in joining, guys, I highly encourage it. Link is down below in the description. Doesn't hurt to at least click that link and see what's good with it, what the benefits could be. We have 4 different analysts, well, 5 analysts really, right? We have 3 to 4 learning sessions every single week. We live stream almost every day except for the weekends, so you guys have freedom. And we give out trade signals every day. We give out options trade signals, penny stocks, crypto, and Forex trade signals, everything you need. So go ahead and check it out. We have a great community. It doesn't hurt. But other than that, I'll probably cover a question, probably one more question, and then we'll wrap up here so I can get to my private Discord. So let me know what you guys got. I'll wait a little bit here and be right back.
New York like a phoenix. Before that, Anima, Running, featuring Mac Myers, and Alar, and Yes, No, Maybe, Immersion. And now one of the biggest tunes of the summer of 2022. It was huge in Ibiza, and it was huge with all the melodic house DJs. Kevin De Vries, Dance With Me.
Stop. Dance with me.
Bet. Okay. Going back to Ford, they said they have hella overstocks. Hella overstock on vehicles. Could that be the effect of COVID when no one had chips? Yeah, basically.
Let's go.
It's a mix of supply chain issues. It's not just semiconductors, but that was the majority of it. So basically, they have these graveyards. They call them like graveyards or some shit. It's pretty crazy. They will have they will have acres of parking lots, right? Like full of like brand new 2023 vehicles, 99% built. They just need that chip. So, and part of that too is there was kind of this wave where the market struggled a little bit. A lot of companies are getting hit by this where they overproduced on a product to kind of get a supply chain shortages, and then they were assuming strong demand in the future, so they preemptively got aggressive on manufacturing ahead of time, and then by the time that stuff actually came off the production line, demand actually came down. So demand tapered, interest rates went up, the dollar went up, so it got more expensive, supply chain retained its issues, and then consumer spending went down all at once, as well as the automotive market just going down in general, which is going back to the demand portion. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. So, all right, cool, guys. Well, hopefully that helped. Guys, I got to tend to my private Discord. If you're interested in joining, link down below. If not, hit that subscribe, turn on the notification bell, leave me a like. I love you. Good night.